from those days they're not evident in politics today. Not in Canada, not in America, not in England, not in the countries that we deal with most. They're just not around, are they?
They are around. That's the big secret. They are around.
With the leaders?
They are around. They're not put down enough, though. I mean, you've got single mothers who do a fantastic job under huge pressure and a job and a half.
Well, I'm saying with the governments, though. Like with the governments, they don't seem to be that same sort of ethic. Instead of gas rations, it's like, hey, whatever, build bigger cars.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the waste society. Yeah, I mean, look at Canada and the U.S., the highest per capita consumption of energy in the world.
What do you think George Bush would have been like if he was raised by your parents?
That's a good question. Let me tell you, if my mother was raising George W. Bush, we wouldn't be in Iraq today, I'll guarantee you. In fact, she got
a drug... he'd be part Lebanese, right?
No, he'd listened to the word. I mean, he would have obeyed his mother and father, and he would have been capable of critical thinking. I mean, we've watched three generations of Bushes. Three generations of Bushes. The first one was the Senator Prescott Bush from Connecticut. My mother buttonholed him once at a campaign stop, got him to push for building a dry dam, which stopped the Mad River that went through town. That's what it's called, the Mad River, from flowing over and destroying the main street the way he did 3 times in 40 years. Now, so we've watched three generations of Bushes decline in contemplative ability. Let me tell you.
Well, aside from perhaps Jeb running or one of the other ones, George P. Bush, the next president will not be a Bush. What do you think about Al Gore's turnaround? A lot of the things you criticized him for, he seems to have addressed in this new era in Al Gore's life.
Absolutely. I met him at a book signing in Washington, stood in line, you know, had 300 people. I got up to the front, and I said, how's it feel to be liberated, Al? I mean, here he was, global warming environment, but what was he doing as vice president for 8 years? Either he was muzzled or he wasn't. He didn't have the political fortitude to break through.
How long before the Secret Service took you out?
No, there wasn't any. I didn't see any, actually. I just saw booksellers everywhere. By the way, also, I believe, as he believes, that he won the election in 2000 in Florida. It was stolen from him in many documented ways, from Tallahassee to that 5-4 Supreme Court decision.
But he won the second one. George Bush won the second one, depending on some clever
depending on the Ohio shenanigans. It beats me why we have so much trouble in the United States, counting votes and all that, right? I keep telling him, get rid of those machines and listen to Canada. Don't you have a paper ballot?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a paper ballot by 11 o'clock at night in this sprawling country. You know who won and who lost.
Yeah, we
have optical scanners. We have proprietary information. We have this. And they don't know what happens at the end.
Look, are you going to run in 2008? Are you going to run again?
Too early to say, because we need thousands of people to get signatures to get us on the ballot. See, Canadians don't understand. In the U.S., it's harder to get on the ballot than any Western democracy if you're a third-party independent candidate. Tens of thousands of signatures in state A, B, harassment, lawsuits. You can't. That's why I say our country is governed by corporations who have hired a two-party elected dictatorship, Democrat, Republican, to run us into the ground.
Does your decision to run depend on who gets the Democratic nomination?
Well, if Kucinich gets it, but it's not likely.
He's not going to get it.
Ex-senator from Alaska, he's the most fundamental candidate for president I've ever read about. I mean, just read Mike Gravel, Gravel, whatever it is, U.S. And he believes that the Constitution authorizes, literally authorizes, and a lot of prominent constitutional law experts believe, the people to write their own laws through certain procedures. So if Congress is in the pockets of big business and the president is the mayor of Baghdad slaughtering Iraqis,
then he's never going to get the money to run, and you know that. He'll never get the support. It's going to be Clinton or Obama currently, right?
It's political dynasties, you know. That's what it is.
So Clinton or Obama, do you try to get in there?
Well, it's too early to say. Yeah, I really think we need more voices and choices. I mean, here you have, what, 5 parties?
There you go. All right, tell us about your website, by the way, 17 Traditions.
Yes, 17traditions.com. Send us a tradition or two to get the ball rolling in your own family. You'll never regret it. And if you wait too long, the wisdom, insight, experience of your great-parents, grandparents, and parents are going to be gone forever. And your children and grandchildren will suffer as a result. You got this priceless heritage that you should put down. And it's fun. It's tremendous, a lot of fun to recall. You never think you're going to recall it.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Right on.
Ralph, thanks, everybody. 17 Traditions is the name of the book. You go to the website, 17traditions.com. Like you said, you can submit your own family traditions and keep it going for a long time. Lots more to come when the hour returns, including this.